Hey everyone, surprise! I am back for another episode of Littleroot Laddering this week. Carter will be back next week. We had a little bit of a miscommunication on when he would be ready to record, and so he hadn't recorded anything yet, so I am recording this Tuesday, the day before this video is supposed to go live. And I kind of rushed around to try and find a team, and I decided to play with AdamSanTaco's 50th place team from the NAIC this past weekend, featuring Araquanid. I believe we've had something very similar to this team before on the laddering, but it only felt fair to feature it again after it placed so well, and he did an amazing job with it over at the NAIC. If you haven't watched the previous laddering with us before, I think it was about 2 or 3 months ago, Araquanid is a very, very strong physical attacker with a very unique ability, and let's just say liquidation off of that Araquanid attack stat with Life Orb does a lot of damage. We also have access to Wide Guard and Lunge. Both can do some unique things for this team specifically. The big thing it's known for is just like Wide Guard being able to block Precipice Plates, Electro Webs, Origin Pulse, Water Spout, and the like. To supplement that Araquanid, we do have this unique restricted pairing in Lunala and Zacian. This is a pairing we don't see too terribly often. Lunala is usually paired with Groudon, but I think this works just out as well with Zacian in the slot. One of the big things, the reason I don't like Lunala a ton, is we just lose to every Yveltal under the sun, and Zacian is a very good check for that. We also have some pretty good checks into like an opposing Calyrex Shadow with Incineroar and Grimmsnarl. Grimmsnarl is that prankster trick Iron Ball set that you're used to seeing on like Brynja Sun. It does really cool stuff. Outside of that, we're playing Fake Out in the last slot, so we technically have 3 Fake Out mons, so we have a lot of interaction with our opponent depending on terrains and whatnot. And then we run Spirit Break as our physical attack because we have plenty of dark type coverage, I feel like, on our Incineroar, specifically with Snarl. That's not something we are normally used to seeing on Incineroar anymore. Most of the time you're playing Throat Chop or Darkest Layer to maximize your damage output, but Snarl has just as much use as any of those other moves, and we'll see if that comes up necessary for this week. Filling out the last slot here, we have this Assault Burst Rillaboom, super duper standard, Grassy Glide, high horsepower, U-turn, Fake Out, nothing crazy going on there. And so it helps our Kyogre matchup just a little bit more and our Groudon matchups just a little bit, but I'm not sure how relevant this Rillaboom slot is. We'll kind of figure that out as we get into more games here. But that's the team here. I'm super excited to play with this, and again, shout out to Adam. Go check him out on Twitter, AdamSanTacos. Really enjoy playing a lot of his teams. He does really cool building, and they usually work out pretty well. I haven't really found a team that hasn't worked yet, so I'm excited to get started with this one, and we'll see you on the flip side. As we get started recording today, I want to make sure you all know to hit that subscribe button and do all that fun YouTube stuff for us. Like, comment down below. Did you go to NAIC? Did you get to watch any of NAIC? I want to hear your NAIC stories. I got to see a lot of people's accounts on Twitter. People had great, fantastic time. I wish I could have gone, but work wouldn't have let me get away with it twice, so I had to stay home this time. Opponent's got Calyrex Shadow Groudon, something we saw do very, very well at NAIC with Regieleki, Rillaboom, Charizard, and an Urshifu. I would assume this would be a Dark Urshifu, so Lunala would have to beware of that. But beyond that, Zacian seems really good, Incineroar seems really good, Regieleki also seems really good. Araquanid's my Groudon killer. So we're probably going to lead like this. This is the best I can do, probably. Yeah, we'll go with this. Rillaboom just doesn't do that great when Charizard's around. We only really use Rillaboom to beat up like Kyogre teams. Groudon can be dealt with fairly effectively, but since they have their own Rillaboom, I feel like we wouldn't be able to get too many hits on it effectively. before Charizard just takes us out. Would much rather have the Incineroar and the Araquanid to kind of deal with their potential max threats. Zacian will do some really good work here too. Just barely getting it locked in there, opponent. Like, it literally had 1 second left. Just barely getting it locked in. Opponent probably leads Groudon. Yep, Groudon Zard. That is A-okay by me. I learned my lesson last time. We're going to trick Iron Ball onto that Charizard. And we're going to... Odds are this is Lumberry Zard, right? This could be Life Orb. And then Thunder Wave is really good. Do I want to risk it for that biscuit, though? No, I don't want to run. We just started. I could trick Iron Ball and not have to worry about that. And then pivot this out into Incineroar to make the attack from Groudon not so bad. I don't hate that plan. Oh, they didn't Dynamax their Zard on turn 1, so they're just letting me do this. Okay. Life Orb, okay. Dodge the Ensign, hits the Grimmsnarl, sure. And it crits me, of course. And it crits the Ensign. Oh my goodness. Just nobody letting me get away with stuff today. Okay. So Araquanid comes out here. We have a very good position here. I can either blow up the Charizard or blow up the Groudon. I think that's my options here. They're very likely not Dynamaxing Charizard, so I'm going to attack the Groudon. I'm going to click Fake Out into Zard. If they Dynamax the Zard here, cool. Yeah, that's also fine. Regielki's not going to appreciate this hit. Yep, unless their Zard is super duper slow speed compared to with Iron Ball, I'm pretty sure they're not Dynamaxing this turn. So it's just more chip on our part. Regielki's gonna get bopped here. Unfortunately for it. Take the sun away. Regielki's probably gonna go Sash. Oh no, no Sash. Okay. I hope they didn't want to Dynamax that thing. I think we take a hit from Groudon if they Dynamax it regardless. And we still have our Shuka Berry intact for Ensign. So I think this turn is bop the Groudon. No, we bop the Charizard. I can deal with the Groudon. And we Parting Shot off the Groudon. I can deal with Groudon. Groudon's not gonna do too terribly much to me. We literally just keep clicking Max Geyser this game. They would have brought Ensign there if they had it, right? Like, Incineroar would have been the pivot in, Intimidate my thing, Fake Out my Ensign, or pivot theirs into Groudon, do whatever, right? I think they were reliant on that Regieleki to do the work for them, so we'll see what happens here. If this is like max Zard, I think we're fine. It is Groudon. Okay, cool. I'm not sure if we take the max Quake at neutral. We might. Yeah, it's an Ensign. Okay. They're going to get a special defense boost here, which doesn't really matter. Yeah, we took too much damage from the crit heat wave. I swear, this game, like, turn 1 just went completely belly up, but because they're not getting speed boosts on Groudon, this feels fine. We're going to take out their Charizard. It's going down. Don't have to worry about it. And now Groudon would have to Rock Ball into Araquanid to try and take it out, but it also has to try to deal with the Zacian sitting across from it. So this puts them in a predicament, right? Yep, there's the Calyrex. Here comes the Zacian. I think they max Quake into Zacian here. Expecting me to max guard. And so the line here is protect and max Geyser the Groudon and hope we can take it out in the rain. This is going to be a tall ask. I don't think we take it out in the rain. We just need to survive the Astral Barrage and hope they attacked into Zacian this turn. They did. They did. Okay, cool. Okay, so we take this. We get to max Geyser the Groudon, put significant damage on it. And then we can use Wide Guard next turn and take out the Groudon. Or I can just OHKO the Groudon. God dang, Araquanid strong. Holy crap. That was insane. Okay, so what are the odds that they are running anything else other than Astral Barrage? Probably pretty high, but they don't know about it yet. So we'll get them on this turn. And then the next turn they have to pick one and we just double attack. Yeah, GG. The game went from the worst turn 1 we could possibly get with the double crit. We got lucky because the Incineroar got the miss on the Precipice Blades, but crit the Grimmsnarl, then Instinct gets crit by Heat Wave. It's just a lose-lose situation. We're not out of the woods yet. He still outspeeds me. This is the line to live Astral Barrage, and Zacian will tank a Psychic type attack, yeah. I'm pretty sure Zacian takes a Psychic type attack since it's a resisted hit. And then we just spam Wide Guard the rest of the game. Like, there's no reason not to right now. Like, if they have Psyshock, it's not going to... I don't think it takes out Zacian there. Yeah. GG's. Power of Wide Guard, man. Wide Guard's really good in best of 1. In best of 3, it's good too. It's just not as commonly seen in best of 3 because once they see it, they can play around it, right? You just Dynamax or do whatever and click the single target moves. The most unnecessary crit in the world. Good game. Good game. Yeah, turn one went belly up so fast, and then getting the correct line of them attacking into Zacian that turn helped us out a ton. I don't think we were tanking Astral Barrage anyway, so having the protect there and then eating the Max Quake just put us back in the driver's seat in this game. Opponent has Rayquaza, Zacian with Whimsicott, Ensign, Umbreon, Gastrodon. So Zacian's good into Rayquaza, as is this Lunala. There's a world where I could lead Lunala and Grimmsnarl and probably be okay. Being able to trick or do whatever. But I think leading Ensign, Grimm, bringing Zacian... Araquanid doesn't want to come to this game, I don't think. Rillaboom does. Rillaboom does look good here. Having high horsepower and whatnot. But then I don't have a really good max target. Unless I'm maxing Incineroar, and I don't feel comfortable maxing Incineroar. I think this is a leave Araquanid and Rillaboom at home game. They just don't seem to do a whole lot, especially with Gastrodon sitting across from me. My team is built around maxing Araquanid, and I just can't max Araquanid in the face of that without bringing Rillaboom. And if they get Tailwind up, I am in trouble. I will tell you that for free. If they get Tailwind up, I am in trouble. So... Incineroar, Zacian. This feels super safe. Because I have double Fake Out, this gets a little weird. Yep. Their Incineroar is faster than mine. Unfortunate. Means I'm likely clicking Fake Out with Grimmsnarl this turn. So here's a crazy thought. I pivot into my own Zacian. And I click Fake Out on their Zacian. If they Fake Out and Behemoth Blade my Grimmsnarl, it's A-okay. If they Fake Out my Incineroar slot, that's also fine. Zacian just protects. 100% okay with this. Fake out the Grimmsnarl slot? Sure, you don't know what was going to happen then. This leaves me in the position that I can Sacred Sword and Thunder Wave the Zacian. I don't hate that plan. Thunder Wave connects. Sweet. Sacred Sword crit. OHKO's this Incineroar. Okay, never mind. I don't need the crit. Normally you do. And that's where I was just like, normally you do need the crit. And that means it wasn't a very defensive Incineroar. We don't take this. No time ever. But we did paralyze their Zacian. That was the important part. Incineroar gets to come back in. We get to play this Intimidate game again. There's the Rayquaza. Okay. So... Airlock is whatever. Intimidate. They're likely special Rayquaza. And so I think the correct line here is to protect and snarl. There's Zacian's -1. It's not going to OHKO me with anything. If Rayquaza Max Quakes into my Incineroar, we have Shuka Berry. If it Max Quakes into my Zacian, we protected. Super duper safe play this turn. No Dynamax at all, which, cool. Oh, they're just gonna protect. I don't know why they would. Sacred Sword my Ensign? Sure. Could have clicked Flare Blitz, I guess, into their Zacian slot, but I'm not too worried about doing it. It's about sacking off my Ensign just yet. With that being said, I like Play Rough, and actually what I like is Behemoth Blade. No, let's be real here. They just protect the Rayquaza. The odds of them getting a double are very low. So we're going to Flare Blitz, and we're going to... Sure. Show me... Yeah, Gastrodon. Cool. That's fine. Dynamax your shiny Rayquaza. You got it. Crit Play Rough is cool. It's not going to do a ton, but Crit Play Rough would be a very good for us right now. And we kind of hope Flare Blitz burns the Gastrodon. Okay. Again, that's another situation where I thought I needed the crit, but I guess I don't. So yeah, we're in a really good spot now. Burn? Burn. Come on. Dang. Unlucky. Oh well. Yeah, having Lunala in the back, the Dynamax, I feel super duper safe here. I think I'm just going to Parting Shot off the Gastrodon and probably just Play Rough into it. No, not that one. I could just take myself out and attack the Zacian slot. I feel like that's okay too. Gastrodon goes down. Zacian's paralyzed. Nope, could take us out. Okay, that's fine. You can have my Incineroar. It did its job. Yeah, I don't even think I'm gonna have to Dynamax this game. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm gonna click Behemoth Blade, and I'm gonna click Moongeist Beam, and that should be that, honestly. Very quick game here where our team just happened to pick up some KOs I didn't think we'd pick up. Opponent's in the tank, trying to figure out what they're going to do. Surprised they just didn't go for the Protect there. Yeah, they're in Moongeist Beam range. Get to see this sick animation. Love this. I love a lot of these Gen 7 animations. They did a real good job with that stuff. Take out the Zacian, GG's. Got another win. There we go. Very quick game there. Let's get another one in. Opponent has Ho-Oh Groudon with a Thundurus, Therian, Umbreon, Dragapult, and Dusclops. So I like Ensign. I like Araquanid. I like Lunala. I like Grimmsnarl. I think Grimmsnarl, Lunala is probably good here. And then Araquanid and Incineroar to kind of round it out. I could bring Zacian over Ensign. I don't hate that plan either. Yeah, let's go with that. Like if they lead like Dragapult, we can just Trick and Moongeist Beam, which would be really cool. We have some synergies here with Lunala and what they're trying to do here. A lot of flying types, so we can do a lot of like meteor beam things. Moongeist beam feels very safe here too. A lot of the time, it's a neutral hit into almost everything at minimum. At minimum, it's a neutral hit. Ho-Oh and Dusclops. So what that tells me is they might be trying to reverse a potential Trick Room. I think I'm going to Trick and I think I want to click Meteor Beam this turn. Just to get the +1. If I miss, I miss. Yeah, like, if I miss, I miss. I just want the +1. That's all I want. The +1 is the important part of this Meteor Beam right now, because then I can safely Dynamax and take it out. Yep, that's fine. Deal. Deal. I will gladly let you do that. I want to take your Eviolite. That's what I want to do. And then I want to max Phantasm. I want your Eviolite. Gimme. All of that one into Umbreon. Deal. 100% deal. Expecting me to trick into that slot. That's 100% fine. Umbreon's not the problem, it's the partner next to it. So we don't have to worry about Umbreon really doing a whole lot of anything. And if push comes to shove, we can always steal the Iron Ball back and give it to Lunala. But I will take your Eviolite from you so you do not survive this hit. Nightshade does a specific amount of damage, so it was going to do whatever it was anyway, because that's how it works. Goodbye, Dusclops. Surprised they didn't want to reset Trick Room there, because I think they're faster outside the Trick Room than I am. Especially since I have Araquanid waiting in the back to deal massive damage to this Umbreon. There's the Groudon. I can trick it too. Take its item. Whatever it is. I'm gonna take your item. You can have the Eviolite that doesn't do anything for you. I want to max Phantasm again. I'm pretty sure I'm slower than this Groudon. And if I'm not, well, it'll be because it's Iron Ball. If it is Iron Ball, then that'll be a cool little tech there that we can just steal it back from them. Yep, sure. You have a Dynamax Groudon. Let's see here. I wonder what your item is. Is it AV? Yeah, okay, cool. Screech. I don't think that was necessary, but sure. You are slower than me. We take that, but okay. Screech Umbreon is not something I'm used to seeing. So, Umbreon, notably, is -2. If I remember right. And so, now I'm going to deny them a Max Quake boost here. And I'm going to click Spirit Break into their Umbreon to deal a significant amount of damage. Yeah, look at that damage. We deny that. Steel Spike into my grip. That is fine. 100% fine with that. So with there being a turn of Trick Room left, and Groudon not being super duper weak here, leftovers Umbreon, super standard. I think we send out Araquanid. There should be 1 to 2 turns left of Trick Room. They have 1 turn left of Max. And my Araquanid is going to underspeed that. This is the last turn of Trick Room. Okay. -1 defense. It'll go down to this. And then I was going to click Moongeist Beam and a Groudon. Because I'm pretty sure my Araquanid is going to underspeed the Umbreon. Yep. And this will take out Umbreon. So if they attacked into my Araquanid slot, we are safe and sound. If they attacked into Lunala, it's not the end of the world. Yep. Attacked into Araquanid, sure. You got it, Captain. Only getting 1 Quake boost is good for me there. Araquanid did its job. It wasn't going to do much out of Trick Room anyway. Moongeist Beam does real good damage there. And now that Trick Room's over, we get to send out Zacian and kind of just clean up. Ho-Oh's back out. We can Moongeist Beam the Ho-Oh and Behemoth Blade into the Groudon. Since we know the Groudon was Assault Vest, there's no Protect on the Groudon. So this Behemoth Blade feels super duper free. And then, like we said, Moongeist Beam into Ho-Oh. Just to play around them targeting down Lunala this turn. If they don't target Lunala and click Protect, this is also fine. We'll just take Sand Chip and then just get to go again next turn. Or could even click Protect on our own Lunala. Behemoth Blade should take out this Groudon. It's under half, even though it's +1 defense. We should be able to take it out, no problem here. Yeah. If they targeted by Zacian with like a Sacred Fire, that would kind of suck. We are faster than the Ho-Oh. That's good to know. So this is going to do a chunk. It's not going to do a ton, but it's going to do a chunk. Sacred Fire into Zacian. We eat that. We do get burned, unfortunately. Zacian's gonna get Burn Chip. How many turns of Sand are left? This should be the last turn of Sand. No, there's 3 turns of Sand. Protect from them here probably wins them the game. Unless we live the Sand Chip. Yep. I don't know if we live the Sand Chip on Lunala. Lunala is the one that needs to live the Sand Chip. We lived on 1. So their out is a double Protect. Otherwise, we win the game. They didn't get the double. Behemoth Blade is going to connect for a little bit. And then Moongeist Beam is going to clean it up for the KO. Holy crap. Squeaked it out on that one. Just by the skin of our teeth there. That was their line, is get the bird on Zacian and use Sand Chip to beat Lunala. And unfortunately, just wasn't quite enough damage rolls there for him. GG's, good game. So, Lunala Zacian. It's not a super duper powerful combo. I feel like there's a lot of weird synergies that work for this team. And then there's a lot of weird things that don't work for this team. My biggest complaint was, like, we have a lot of fake out, but unless you're Dynamaxing Araquanid or Lunala, you kind of struggle sometimes. We saw in a game with Araquanid Dynamax just blow things up with Max Geyser, and that's great. Sometimes it's just not a good max target. Sometimes they have like a Thunderous that can just sit in front of you and could potentially just destroy you if you lead incorrectly. Lunala has a bunch of dark types it has to dodge, which that's what the Incineroar, the Grimmsnarl, and the Zacian are all for, is to kind of help supplement that. But if their dark type just hides in the back the entire game, while the rest of their front line is just going to blow it up, you can run into problems there. Not having a physical dark move on Incineroar kind of came up a little bit. I think I would rather have the Throat Chop or the Darkest Lariat over Snarl. I think Snarl's good. It's just not good right now, if that makes sense. The Trick, Iron Ball, Prankster, Grimmsnarl was cool. I kind of don't know if I need the fake out on Grim. It's a cool tech move and it gets people every once in a while. But having like a Reflect there to help your Lunala, to help your Araquanid, or Light Screen, or whichever one you want to play there, like the Ring of Sun teams do, would help you out immensely. But yeah, rental code is on screen. Again, congrats to Adam for finishing 50 with this. I don't know how you did it, but you did it. Team is good. I struggled with it a little bit. I've played a little bit of extra games off camera just to kind of get a feel for it, and it was not pleasant. But anywho, make sure to do all that fun YouTube stuff for us. Again, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications for new videos go live. It helps us out a lot. Go and check out all the previous ladderings that I've recorded, that Carter's recorded. They're all in a playlist somewhere. Last week we played with Xerneas, Groudon, and Blacephalon, and whoo buddy, was that a hot team. But yeah, have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at in the world. We will see you all on Friday for the deep dive, and have a happy 4th of July if I don't remember to do it on Friday. Bye, everyone.